Is it rolling?
Yeah, ready.
Hello, Bong. Hello, Emer. We're going to be looking at some roof plans. I'm very happy with where we are with the floor plans. And no more changes, I don't think, need to be made to windows or doors or anything like that. But I've got three roof plans I want us to look at. And I think a video is the best way to communicate that. Plan roof number 1 is the same one that you had sent me in these, where each rental unit has its own separate roof as well as the main house. And I like this thing on the porch, the way you did this on the porch. So I'm going to keep that no matter what we do, no matter which plan we go with. So let's look at number 1 first. Plan number 1 is like that. Here's kind of a paper cardboard cutout of the roof, and here's kind of what you came up with on the rental units. Something like this. There's good and bad in all three of these. In all three of these, this does not look so good here, but this is not. None of this is to scale. This is just quick and dirty so that you can get an idea of the concept. For this, one of the good things about it is it looks good. It all looks good. One of the bad things about it is it's complicated. I think from a roof design, the people that have to do the metal work and everything, it's complicated. Not all the porches are covered. You have an exposed porch here. Part of this porch is exposed. And you have this little valley issue here, which is easily taken care of with kind of a extra roof thing in here so that the water doesn't flow into a dead-end valley here. So that's not a big deal. I know that roofs with this kind of thing can overcome that with something like this, so the water all flows downhill somewhere.
Call it Sandayong.
But that's Sambayong.
Yeah.
But that's this number 1 roof design. Number 2 roof design is one big roof over everything. And once again, this part here represents this design that you did on the porch. It looks a lot better there than my little paper cutouts. But what this does is it puts one roof over everything. There's a lot of advantages to that. What's not good about it is it does not look as good. Just from an aesthetic standpoint, from how pretty it looks, it doesn't look as good. But it's very much simpler of a design. It covers all the porches. It makes the utility runs easier. Water and electricity can all be run through here and then drop down wherever they're needed much easier. There's no valleys involved in it, so there's none of that. One of the things about this that I don't know about is the fact that we're going to have one attic space covering all three. I don't know if we can do an internal wall under here that keeps anybody going into an attic in here from being able to access this living space, or even in between all three units, have an internal wall that goes up all the way to keep people from crawling into each other's homes through the attic from a security standpoint. I will let you help me figure out that. You know more about that than I do. Another thing that's a consideration with this is, since the ground slopes this way, since the ground goes downhill in this direction, I would think that this floor here needs to be about a foot lower than this floor. This is on the higher portion. This floor might be a foot lower, and this floor might even be a foot lower or something like that. So if you run one roof across it, you could have 8-foot ceilings here, and you could have 9-foot ceilings here, and then maybe 10-foot ceilings across the main house. That's not a problem for me. As a matter of fact, I don't mind that at all. That seems like it would work to me. Once again, Bong, you know more about that than I do. Let me know about that. Another thing is no matter which design we do, we want overhanging
Roof.
eaves. We
Eaves.
don't want the eaves to just stick out a little bit. We want good eaves to block all the rain
From splashing our
blowing
wall.
up in there, have the drips farther away from the house than just 1 foot. I don't want the eaves just barely coming off the wall so that when water splashes down, it splashes up on the walls and makes the walls a dirty color. We want the eaves to come out. We've only got 1 foot, 1 meter clearance here, and I don't know what the legal limit is. I know that the building has to be 1 meter from the property line, and we've only got 1 meter back here. So if we do the eaves out up in the air, they're going to be sticking into this alleyway, a portion of the part of the way. Also, I'm hoping in our design, when this is all finished, we have almost 3 meters, 2 meters, between 2 and 3 meters in this driveway. And I don't know if that is wide enough to get a truck access up in here if you ever need to. The water and the electricity are all going to come from this area. And the tank there's going to be a tank back here. I don't know if that's enough of a driveway to access with a truck whenever needed.
Where's the septic?
Septic tank is going to be down here.
Okay, so no problem.
So anyway, this is the one that I'm leaning towards. I like this one better if you add up the pluses and the minuses, but here we will see it. Look at another one, a third option. Option number 3 has the same roof line for this as option number 1 did, and option number 1 had these roofs looking like this. Option number 3 has these roofs looking something like this. That gives them a little bit of a gable here for a better look, but you create a real valley here. You have water draining down into here, into the patio area.
That's a mess.
This roof could be extended in here into this roof, but I don't know. Once again, this creates some very complicated valleys. This valley is a major problem. The drainage becomes more of a problem this way. It looks okay, and it covers the porches. All these porches are covered, and I think if this roof gets extended this way into this roof, then it would cover that porch as well, that patio. So that's our 3 roof designs that we're looking at. Once again, I like number 2 best. I'm anxious to see.
I like that one too.
Elsa likes that better. I'm anxious to see what your input is on this.
What I was wondering if so it won't look bad because it's the whole thing. If you make it taller, that's the other option. To make it look nicer is to make it higher.
Steeper?
Yeah.
A steeper roof? That's always an option.
Yeah.
And like I say, none of this is to scale. This is just so you can see the basic shape of the roof. So with Bong, whatever we decide on, Bong can draw up to scale, and then he can produce some drawings like this so we can see pictures of what it'll look like. And I'm interested to know if these are legal requirements, fire breaks, or if they are just an architectural concept, the walls coming up in between the roofs. So anyway, if you did not understand some of what I was saying, Emer, Bong, please contact Elsa and she can translate all of this in Filipino for you. So anyway, thanks, and I hope this works. We'll talk to you later.